Hey, what's up guys? I'm back again today. Like I said yesterday, I'm going to make a recap on the trades I took on this new funded account that I passed the start of this week. So I'll just do a quick video here and I'll show you guys the trade I took today, which ended up being a winning one. So as you can see, one winning day. Trade ended up making me $323 of profit. And could have been more, but I only need $150 winning days for a payout, so not going crazy on this. I'm just trying to get my winning days and get a payout. So let's hop right into trading view and I'll show you guys the trade I took today. Okay, so today's trade was on NASDAQ as usual. You can see here on the daily chart we've been bearish for a while. But after we took out these equal lows the other day, I was actually looking for a retrace. I did think we'd get down to this one possibly, but as you can see, when we scroll down, price was pretty choppy last night, right? So I kind of had an open mind going into this session, and I did end up taking a long here. The best trade today was actually a short on this candle, but I cut the longs before that. I was in the middle of my work shift for the shorts, so I kind of missed out on those. But I'll show you guys the trade I took and show you why I took it. So let's unhide these. Okay, so like I mentioned yesterday, we took out these equal 4-hour lows. And market open today. Let's plot this out. Basically right on this big green candle here. So when I was marking out my charts in the morning, this is the first thing I noticed, and this is what led me to have a little bit of a bullish bias going into the day, is that London session and into pre-market, we actually disrespected this 1 hour fair value gap here. You can see we closed above it 3 times here, right? So right there, I mean, the bias was kind of iffy today because we didn't really get any crazy sweeps. So I was looking for this to get taken out, and then I wanted to take a long after that to take out all this liquidity here, but we didn't end up getting that. So instead, I used this inversion and this 1 hour bullish gap here. As you can see, came down into it. Get rid of this here. And we fully wicked it twice. And this to me right here was instant indication that we were going higher on the day. And you see a big wick like this right through a fair value gap. Like the wick usually tells a story on how it's going to play out, right? So I see that. I see we have the previous day New York, PM, AM, London, and Asia highs resting not too far above. So this PM one was my target. Because like I said, we didn't actually get any liquidity sweeps before we took off. So I know a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people on Instagram actually didn't take this trade because of that. But like I said, I was basing my bias off this being respected, this big wick, and then inverting this gap, right? So if we bring it down to the 15-minute, actually, you can go down to the 5-minute here. So this is where I took the trade on the 5-minute. So let's just get rid of these quickly. So this is pre-market. Came down, made this big gap here. Market opens right here. We wicked into this gap and we wicked down, right? But we didn't even, like, you have all this liquidity here and we didn't even take it out, which was kind of throwing me off, right? I wasn't even going to trade after that. I was kind of waiting for this to get taken out, or this to get taken out, or this other low down here, which didn't happen. But like I said, on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, as soon as I seen that big wick, and then we have this gap right here, this gets inverted, right? And we get big displacement right through this. Come up to these highs here. And like I said, we know we got all this liquidity resting up here. We also have these highs here. So instantly, as soon as we invert that gap, I'm looking for longs, right? To go down to the 1 minute. I'm losing my position here. Oh, it's over here. Okay. So on the 1 minute, this is where I entered. And as you can see, we inverted this 5 minute gap. In the 1 minute, now I'm looking for entries, right? So we have this 1 minute gap right here. This, you get this red candle, green candle, red candle. Pull back right into it. They wick it out, they don't break it. So right there, that's where I'm entering my trade. So I entered right on this candle here. I had my stops pretty tight. It's right about here. And target was just above these highs here. Right? I thought we could definitely come up here and take this out, but like I said, with the no liquidity sweep, I wasn't 100% confident this wasn't just going to be a fake out and then we were going to dump. So I could have extended this all the way up to these Asia highs here and caught it 1 to 7, which would have been crazy. But I caught it 1 to 2. I believe I was trading 5 micros, so I wasn't risking a whole lot. Risking about 150 bucks and ended up getting 300. So I can't complain with that. Profit's profit. It's a winning day. One step closer to a payout. But yeah, that was the trade for today. Super simple. I know a lot of people I've seen that actually missed it, but even without the liquidity sweep, I capitalized based off the inversions and the fair value gaps, and just the overall. Just had a lot of fair value gaps that were getting wicked, right? So I knew there was lots of buying pressure. So that was a good trade. Like I said, that could have ended up being a 1 to 7 if you caught that all the way up to these highs here. But the best trade on the day, I'll just show you guys this one here, was definitely after we took out this high here. Like, you get this chop, but shorts were definitely the best play here. And they actually came pretty late in the day, but this was the best looking trade of the day, in my opinion, because you have the liquidity sweep, you got the break of structure right here, right? You break this low, and you got this 5 minute gap up here. So you could have even entered off this break of structure, but if you entered up here when this gap gets wicked, would have caught a pretty good trade here. Get your stops above this gap. You even just target this low here. You're catching a 1 to 3.5. Or if you target back down to these lows, So 1 to 6. And we actually ended up going even further down, all the way down here, which was a 1 to 8. So especially you can see it on the hourly. Like this was the best setup of the day. And we had news today too, so that was after the news. And right there, that was the best entry. And the one I would have taken but I was already in profit, and like I said, I was at work, so I wasn't on my phone, and I didn't end up taking this one, but that was also a good trade today. And it looks like we're gonna start trending higher again. But again, tomorrow we have, I think, 3 or 4 red folder news events, so it's gonna either be a good day to trade or it's gonna be a non-trading day, so we'll see how that plays out. But I'll make another recap tomorrow if I do end up taking a trade. And that's going to be it for today. So little profits, just trying to stack days right now and get a payout, and that's all you need to really do. Trading, you don't need to shoot for the stars, you just got to make some money and stay consistent, and the bigger payouts will come with time. So that's what I'm aiming for right now. And that being said, I'm going to end the video here, and if I take a trade tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow, so we'll see you guys then.